So there are three terms which are used for participation in the market. You could call it investing, you could call it trading, you could call it speculation, and all three are different approaches to the market. You know, so trading is basically anticipating a movement in share price in the near or medium term future, and positioning yourself to take advantage of that. Now that may be occasioned by your ability to read what other players are going to do in the market, and you basically uh, precede them. Even if you're a value investor, for instance, or you're a momentum follower, your basic approach is that this company has announced results. Currently, the price is so much, and the price has actually moved up based on announcement. But the market has still more potential to go up because the correction doesn't happen overnight. So you follow momentum, you follow value, you follow whatever it is. You could be a value investor who still looks at momentum. You know, so you could combine the skills of a trader with that of an investor, and you could actually do very well. You'd probably do better than people who ignore trading opportunities completely. For instance, a classic value investing proposition that somebody like Graham might have propounded 90 years back is that you buy stocks when they're cheap and sell them when they're expensive. So if you follow that, the way it is originally propounded, if you buy the stock when it is, let's say, 20% below value, it goes 20% above value, you sell it. But if the market has got momentum behind it and the stock is going to get overvalued by 50%, you're actually leaving money on the table, which a trader would say, who is not concerned with value, would look at it. But nothing stops a value investor also saying, okay, now there is no value in it, but there is momentum in it. So I'll hold the position as like a trader would, you know. But recognizing full well there is no value, so there is more risk in the stock, you know. So you could actually um, develop your trading skills, but use a investment approach to the market and use trading to improve your returns. A trader is not really bothered about fundamentals. He's not bothered about it. He's trying to, when we talk about the market, we either talk about it as a voting machine or a weighing machine. So he's trying to anticipate what way people are going to vote, and so in a sense, it's not like a bet, but it's an intelligent guess about factors that would drive demand. So if you find that the government is going to come out with a proposal to reduce excise duty on auto, now even if you a good analyst might say that it's not going to make much of a difference to demand because all auto companies are going to lower prices, so an individual company is not going to benefit, and the overall growth in demand may not be that significant. It may not be true. But a trader might say that if this news comes, more and more people are going to buy auto stocks. People who didn't own auto stocks. They may say, I'll buy it so that when they buy, the price will go up. So that's a legitimate approach to trading in the market, and it can be done well. And there have been people who have been very successful, either purely as traders or as investors who have good trading skills to optimize their earnings. Speculation is a completely, what do you say, different ball game. The word speculation itself means, just think about possibilities. So you're just speculating this might happen or that might happen. Of course, there are very intelligent speculators like George Soros, who would be classified as a speculator. So they speculate on what would be small possibilities, and do. But there is intelligent speculation and there is random speculation. For instance, when you're going to a casino and playing the roulette wheel, it's just randomly betting. Speculation is a bit like that. If it's done like that, it is unintelligent speculation. But a speculation saying that this is too much done and it's going to crack at some point of time, although it does not crack, and I'm going to take a bet on the opposite side of it, provided you have got the most important thing in good speculation, as in good trading, is having very good risk management, so that even when you're wrong when speculating on an outcome, you don't lose too much money. You know, it's okay. You can do that. But from a longer term point of view, very, very few speculators survive, and very few traders make consistent long term strong returns. But investors with good trading ability make money.